successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
All units, special alert. Defend your position. Out.
Infiltration failed. Are you hurt? Try a little harder next time. Boss, the rival P. Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out. All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out. All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out.
Don't move. Where are your friends?
All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out.
Motherfucker.
Infiltration successful. Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOV, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
Mission successful. Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOV, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
All units, special alert. Defend your position. Out.
I wonder where all their mines were. You never know sometimes.
All units, special alert. Defend your position. Out.
You go out there, do the best you can. You know what you can do, you know your abilities. And you can only read what the game gives you and think up concepts, ideas. How did this person do this? How did this person do that? And you get there and it's completely different than what you're thinking. So I was expecting a bridge block, but no, nothing of the sort. So there's an extra camera on this platform.
All units, special alert. Defend your position. Out.
So we'll see. It's not gonna matter now.
All units, special alert. Defend your position. Out.
Core maybe? Yep. You know what? Take that.
All units, special alert. Defend your position.
Infiltration successful.
I don't really understand sometimes why people put cameras in the core. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, maybe you'll get lucky catching someone as the camera is facing directly forward, but if it's moving, as these cameras do, you know, there's just no way of knowing if you're going to be able to catch someone. That's a nice icon you got there. Okay.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOV, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
That's a start. Okay. Means I have to set off the Or not. It's got insurance, so I don't know why I'm really sweating this.
Where are your friends? Don't move.
Don't shoot!
Spit it out.
If you lay down flat, it'll see you. Only the box can give you the protection you need.
Infiltration successful.
That was pretty good. It's not often I can pull off a base like that. Just got to be patient and figure out what goes where and everything else.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
That sound.
Out.
All fire teams, this is CP.
UAV's picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go investigate.
I just like the concept of having a female combat staff. Or security team, as the case may be. It just works for me for some weird reason. Come on, really? I mean, on that 78 base I just tackled, all I used really was the sleep non-lethal rifle. So the shotgun is useless against grade 11 battle dress. I just carry it to carry it. I only use one round of the riot pistol. So not a lot of interaction. Figured out where all the defenses were and took care of it. So and I don't know the guy, so good to see. My two females that I'm using have the same characteristics, more or less the same skills, and the same voice. Just different hair, different face. Got lucky in finding them like that. On my alternate account, I have several females with other skills that have a 1.5 or higher staff bonus rating. And it's nice to be able to use, say, a tough guy or a climber or quick reload, and still have a good, solid staff bonus rating. I didn't get into farming females until very late. Volunteer. So, with my heroism at 11 million, I didn't have the opportunity to collect low rank skilled females. So I've made do with what I have. Be right back in 1 second. I was talking last night about being a legendary player, quote unquote, or being considered as such. I just, play the game as best I can. There is, though, a group that I belong to that doesn't have a lot of members, and that's players that have over 10,000 infiltrations, and even rarer still, players that have over 10 million heroism. I know one guy on the Xbox, Spinal Sign. He posts videos on his page on YouTube, and his heroism is at 11 million plus. But in terms of victories, there aren't very many of us who have 10,000 plus. I don't know who that is. I know Owata. I know Vic and I go back a long ways. I know Mickey Fish. I know Tenjack. 22 people as of this morning who have 10,000 or more victories. It's a small group. All of us have at least that many losses. So it's nice, being up there as high as I am. I enjoy this game, and I enjoy infiltrating other bases. So no.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOV, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
Hey there. How are you?
You there!
I do the dolphin dive best with a pistol for some weird reason. I just don't have the rhythm down. I went for a long time without it.
CP, this is Delta 2. Select detected. Going on alert. Over. This is CP. Understood. Keep your eyes open. Out.
I don't have the natural or muscle memory, I guess is the better phrase to use. Yes, it is a chore. But that, again, like I've mentioned before, that is part of the depth of the game. There's a lot of stuff to do in this game. It's one of the reasons why I like it so much. There's just so many things to do, and
CP, this is Zulu 7. One of us got knocked out here.
it feels very natural for the most part.
Understood. All units, stay on guard by any intruders. Out.
Now that riding suit is very, very handy. Yes, it is. For a long time, I didn't like the riding costume. But I never played Rising. And I probably never will because it's a last gen game and I don't really care that much about riding. I can watch a video of a playthrough if I really need to immerse myself in that. So it's I've found a use for it when I do my vehicle farming. It's faster, as it should be. It's not expensive, but it just looks so bad. I'm not a big fan of cyborg riding, you know. I could deal with, let's say if you had riding in a skull suit from MGS2 or, you know, other Metal Gear related skins, but Rising doesn't work for me, you know. I don't have a connection to it like I do the others. So it's a little problematic for me. And I know a couple of players who like to use that in their infiltrations, and it does not do a thing for me. Spinal Sign, who plays on the Xbox, he's done, or they have, I don't know what they are, male or female. They've done videos with the riding suit, and basically you're laying on the ground the whole time, or dolphin diving. You know, you don't really get to use his speed as much. I know Devil Dog 900 has done at least one video of him wearing the Raiden suit in a PvP match. And that was kind of neat. It was a different way of looking at things, especially how he plays. But the best use that I've found for Raiden is in single player. So really? I don't need you. Yeah, Hideo went overboard on this game. There's so much to do. I mean, even now, 2 years after starting, you're still finding out stuff, you know? That's a plus. Or figuring out how to do things or whatnot, so. I'm just glad to be able to play this, and it's what I've always wanted. I mean, Snake Eater was close to that, but Snake Eater is a lot more linear. The maps are kind of compressed.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
I mean, they give you the freedom to wander around, backtrack if you want.
Be careful down there, boss.
It's good, and the scenery is beautiful, but it's not a open world, you know, format or whatever you want to call it. And Peace Walker was the same way. You know, you're running around this nation and
What?
Security cams picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go investigate. Somebody just got attacked. It's the enemy.
now Metal Gear Solid 4
This is CP. Understood.
was a little bit larger. You could use different weapons, and you had, you know, they made so many weapons for that game. You know, you had a lot of choices. Of course, Solid carries everything with him, so that's a little bit of a record scratch. Oh wait, let me use my rocket launcher, or let me pick one, or anything else. You know, that's a hallmark of these games. At least in this game, you have to select what you carry. Can't carry more than what you have, you know, what you choose. So I mean, if you had the MGS4 inventory and set up in this game, can you imagine how good it would be? To carry lethal weapons and non-lethal weapons at the same time?
CP, this is Zulu 7. Search complete. No sign of hostiles. Over.
That would be pretty awesome.
This is CP. Understood. Keep your guard up. Out. All units. Special alert. Defend your position. Out.
So we'll see what this guy has. I mean, for example, there's an RGL style grenade launcher that you can select
Don't let your guard down. Out.
4 different types of grenades. sleep, stun, explosive, and then the special beauty gas.
Investigation has turned up a whole lot of nothing. Over.
So you could choose whatever you wanted, you know, at the touch of a button.
All units, special alert. Defend your position. Out.
Your buddy just went down right next to you and you're not even looking at him. You know, you could customize you can customize guns, you can, you know, the whole Drebin points system and resupplying via Drebin points and everything else. That was kind of cool, but it doesn't really work in this game, you know. And of course, in FOB mode, you have no backup. It's solo infiltration. So.
CP, this is Zulu 1. One of us got knocked out here. Over. This is CP. Understood. All units, stay on guard and find any intruders. Out.
Breathe deeply.
All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out. CP, this is Zulu 6. Taking enemy fire. No eyes on the shooter. Over. This is CP. Understood. All units on alert. The enemy's hiding somewhere. Find them. Out.
Okay, gonna have to use my lethal weapon.
Infiltration successful.
I don't know where his camera was, but it didn't matter because I turned the power off. Best of a bad lot. So. I lightened up my loadout before I started tonight. I took out the petrol bombs. Usually I would use that on mines, but I don't have them anymore. I don't really need them like I thought I would.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Let me technically I don't even need sleep gas, but I carry that just in case. You never know.
Be careful down there, boss.
All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out.
Psycho Arsenal.
Stay alert and smoke out the enemy. Out.
Of course, what I would like
All units, special alert.
is more words to use. Maybe as a DLC pack or whatever. I want more words. Especially more Metal Gear related words. I don't think there's enough of those. I think that would be a huge plus if I could use more words.
All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out.
Off the wall. The hell? What? There's an explosion. Really? Fine. Breathe deeply.
CP, this is Delta 6. No sign of the enemy. We're calling off the search. Over. This is CP. Understood. Keep your guard up. Out. All units, special alert. Defend your position.
On time, too. On schedule. I used that UAV as my guidepost for time. What the hell? Okay, there he is. Lost him there for a second.
CP, this is Delta 6. We may have an intruder. Going on alert. Over. This is CP. Understood. Don't let your guard down. Out.
Infiltration successful.
You know, Peace Walker was very good in terms of playability. It just got boring with the side ops. They all blend with one another, and the saving grace would come when a player with higher end equipment would come out and help you out. And when I reached that level, I was helping newbies and players who were struggling out with my own arsenal of stuff. And I would revive them after they died and everything else. And Did a lot of those side ops with a lot of different people. I just wish the menus were better. They look really cheesy. Do something a little different. Just for variety's sake. I mean, this run will be a complete wash. I'm almost completely maxed out on resources. But just to do something a little different.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
I mean, I kind of wish I could do combat platforms, but
Be careful down there, boss.
it'll mess up my security team, and I don't want that.
All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out.
This space development platform is at long-range security. As long as you don't set off any soft alerts, the layout is actually in your favor. As long as you can get past this second platform, you're good to go. So if you can negotiate in any way you can this second platform, you have an open gate to the core platform.
Special alert. Defend your positions. Out.
Keep it low key and
You there!
ah, crap.
All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out.
They're clueless. I can walk faster than you, buddy. Come on, pick it up a little. Of course, with grade 8 equipment, and if they have the grade 8 anti-theft devices, strategy will be a lot harder. Because if I were just climb the pipe, the anti-theft sensor would go off right next to the AA gun. So
All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out.
Follow me. Got it.
Just like that.
Infiltration successful.
Never knew it. They had suspicions, but they couldn't act on them. So. Not too bad. Towards the back half of my career, after I had figured that route out, mid-range platforms became just very very difficult to play seriously because I was interacting with the guards a lot more, and I had found a way to get through without interacting with them in any way. So let's see how this works.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOV, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Under non-custom conditions, this is my easiest
Be careful down there, boss.
support platform too.
All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out.
Damn. Didn't get a chance. Breathe deeply. Really?
Delta 4. I see smoke. Could be enemy activity. Over.
Take that. Okay.
This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out.
Of course, with the soft alert activated,
Special alert. Defend your positions. Out.
I have to do a lot more.
Hands up.
Don't do it.
Out with it.
course, this is support is the one map where having a non-lethal sniper rifle is actually quite handy. I can go without. But it would come in handy sometimes. Nobody down here.
All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out. CP, this is Zulu 2. Search complete. No sign of hostiles. Over. This is CP. Understood. Don't let your guard down. They could still be in the area. Out.
Infiltration successful.
Volunteer. What am I? Not too bad. I like support because of the plants it gives you. So when I use the sleep rifle or the non-lethal rifle, my costs are covered. So there's an extra player here. I'm not gonna worry about it. All non-lethal.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOV, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
So you can see the difference
Delta 1. Threat in the area. We're tightening security.
in my playstyle.
This is CP. Understood. Keep your eyes open. Out.
I'm way behind in terms of where I could be. So I'm stopping and popping. My route is the same, but I've lost a lot of time.
CP, this is Delta 9. Threat detected. Going on alert. Over. This is CP. Understood. Watch for anything suspicious. Out.
I'm not wasting my time on you. Who's looking at me?
CP, this is Zulu 2. We may have an intruder. Going on alert. Over. This is CP. Understood. Keep your eyes open. Out.
All fire team, this is CP.
UAV's picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go investigate.
I was jammed either way. Wouldn't matter.
CP, this is Zulu 6. We'll investigate ASAP. Out. CP, this is Zulu 6. Arrived on scene. Starting a check of the area. Over. CP, understood. Don't let your guard down. Out. CP, this is Zulu 6. Did a check of the scene. There's nothing here. Over. This is CP. Understood. Return to your post. Over.
All fire team, this is CP.
UAV's picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go investigate. CP, this is Zulu 6. We'll investigate ASAP. Out. CP, this is Delta 2. Found the guy knocked out here. Over. This is CP. Understood. All units, stay on guard and find any intruders. Out.
Infiltration successful.
A lot of interaction and takes longer. No real advantage in terms of headshotting people. But again, that's how I play. You know, I could have got through that base a lot faster without touching anybody. So, everybody has their own play style. That's the biggest thing about this game, is that you're free to do what you want. I'm just not a fan of shooting people in the face. Oh man. This guy does infiltrations with the CGM and the Hail grenade launcher. So, gotta armor up. See if this is another one of those situations.
There's one intruder. Their objective is unclear. To the heart of the FOB, they'll capture staff from it. You've got to make sure that doesn't happen.
Take that.
Defense successful. Victory is ours. They need their heads checked trying to take us on.
Guy gets on my nerves. I'm actually not a big fan of using the RGL as a defense weapon, but it works, so I use it. I mean, I would prefer to use the Mizra, but it's so expensive in terms of precious metals, and I've just stopped using it. I don't use it anymore. Especially when you do multiple.
There's one intruder. Their objective is unclear, but if they make it to the heart of the FOB, they'll capture. Defense successful.
Really?
Victory is ours. They need their heads checked trying to take us on.
When you do multiple defenses, the resource cost it adds up. One day I lost over 10,000 units of precious metals doing defenses. I had gone almost the whole day without doing any defenses at all, and I got maybe 5 or 6 of them from my supporters, and it just chewed up my resources really badly. So couple of medical and I should be fine. That is the one extra benefit to double resource week. you can hit these low-level bases and refill your supplies without incurring a lot of issues. Of course, it'd be helpful if I had it. There we go.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
Well, of course, as always, you never know what you're going to get when you step off the helicopter, so I've been on these low-level bases and had my ass handed to me. It happens. I mean, this base is essentially abandoned, but I'm not gonna risk a defender until the last minute. Too bad.
Infiltration successful.
That works. It definitely works.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
This map has too many pinch points for my taste. Yeah, now it's gonna get nasty.
CP, this is Delta 1. I see smoke. Could be enemy activity. Over. This is CP. Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out.
Infiltration successful.
Okay, that works. Volunteer. PF skill. That works, even though I don't use missiles anymore. I could take it or leave it. It doesn't really matter to me. Extra. That is the big problem with running R&D a lot. You get extra specialists and they kick out your high-ranked staff. I mean, you can have. At one point, I had. I've done this guy already. I don't need to do it again. You have. Duplicates and extra staff and everything else. You could have your. All your specialists with medals, you know, 1 or maybe 2 medals, and they'll be kicked out in favor of brand new ones. So got to keep an eye on that. At one point, I had all my specialists had 1 medal, but then I didn't direct contract them, so they would
Successfully sneak
take
your
up
way
space
into the heart of the rival PF's
whatnot.
FOV, and you can capture staff
And I'd
from them.
have
I'll be looking
high-ranking
forward to
staff
meeting
get
the
kicked out
recruits,
in
boss.
favor of brand new ones. It just got to be really annoying, so I wound up direct contracting all of them, and any new ones would go out the window. So. I didn't even notice this guy's layout. I forgot to check his numbers. Hey John, how are you? Good to see you. I'm doing okay tonight. Just messing around a little bit, a little bit of everything tonight. Sure.
Out.
Shoot. The best I can for you. Ah, crap.
You okay?
You okay?
Zulu 7, what's wrong? Come in, Zulu 7.
You okay?
The winnings from
All units
FOB work will go into your unprocessed category. They will not go into your offline storage. You can I'm not doing that. You can fill up to 1.5 million, or no, excuse me, up to 1 million, and then it'll start spilling into unprocessed.
All fire teams, this is CP.
And once you max out at 1.5 million, when you go offline and it cuts your limits to 10%. Oh shit, I'm stoned now. Then you'll have maximum, which will be 5 million.
Keep your guard up. Out.
And I'll show you that shortly. Just let me finish this. So now remember that FOB mode is contingent on you being connected to the server,
Understood. Return to your post.
and anything you earn goes into your online portion,
Your eyes open. Out.
and it gets balanced out at 90% online, 10% offline every time you hit disconnect. Yes. I'm like that right now with fuel, biological, common metal, and minor metal.
Picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go investigate.
Missed.
CP, this is Zulu 6. We'll investigate immediately. Out.
So your winnings will go into your unprocessed materials. All of them.
Infiltration successful.
There's some kind of strange bug where precious metals will not update past a certain point. Before I started doing another volunteer, the truck ride in Mission 4 to process my unprocessed materials, everything past roughly 1.16 million is where it's at in terms of maximum for precious metals. And then once I started doing the truck rides, that number went higher because I was processing them overnight with the checkpoint system and whatnot. So what I just earned from that mission is now going into my unprocessed category section. You can tell here that all of mine are full, or almost completely full. So everything you earn online goes here. And I've gotten that as high as 1.12 million just by doing bases. And then I'll do the truck ride and it'll cut down some. So what I earned doesn't go here, even though it's already processed, for precious metals only. The other materials will fill up without a problem. Just for some reason, precious metals doesn't do that. And I don't know why. Maybe it's some kind of bug in the code. I have never seen a satisfactory explanation for why that is. So the short version, the more you earn online, it all goes to non-processed. If you're maximum, basically you're doing it for free. Until you process all that unprocessed stuff. So my 4 here are completely backlogged. Whatever that I make basically gets thrown out the window. Only precious metal is added to the total because I'm so far at my limit. If you have maximum of everything of these 4, then you're, like I said, you're doing it for free. Precious metals doesn't add. You have to do that. You have to do that while connected to the server. If you go offline and hop a truck, or you do the rubber band thing at a checkpoint, it won't process very well, if at all. It'll do 1 block and then stop. Konami did a patch for that a while back, and some people on YouTube have tested it, and they've determined that if you go offline, if you disconnect from the server, you can't ride trucks or use checkpointing to do your offline processing. The only way you can do offline processing is by playing the game, staying out in the field, doing missions, and keeping the every 10 minutes thing going the entire time. It's like building a nuclear weapon offline. If you build a nuke offline, it will only develop while you are playing. As soon as you stop playing and turn the game off, the nuke stops developing. Okay, then that'll work for you. That's your only real option. I do the same with my online. I use Mission 4 and the truck ride. It's not as efficient, but it works for me. I've tried the rubber band method, and I didn't get anything. I've sat there and watched it, and it didn't really work for me. Maybe I wasn't doing it right, or my technique was wrong, but it didn't process for me. Yeah. So I tried this one day. I sat here and watched it work. I figured it out through watching a video from GamePro 24X. He's done a bunch of farming videos and has commentary on it and everything else. And he showed the location And I tried it out, and it didn't work for me. So, but that's, again, that's how maybe I didn't do it right. I followed his instructions, and it took a while to find the exact point, but I didn't get it to work. So again, going back to your original question,
Be careful down there, boss.
whatever you earn online while connected will go into your unprocessed resources. And the only way you can transfer or change unprocessed to processed is by either playing the game, rubber bands, truck rides, any way you can to make sure you hit checkpoints every 10 minutes. And since you have your bases at your base development levels at 99, it's every 10 minutes. So it works, but if you touch the controller wrong, it's not gonna do it. So it works up to a point, but like I said, in the one instance that I observed it, it didn't process every 10 minutes for me, so I stopped. I wound up using the truck ride, and so far the truck ride has been beneficial to me. It's not as efficient. I mean, GamePro talks about that, and he goes into gory detail about it. And he's right. I mean, it's not as efficient as doing that one checkpoint spot. But I couldn't get the checkpoint spot to do my processing every 10 minutes. So it's kind of a wash, in my opinion. The truck ride is enough for me, so... And the other day I managed to get 10,000 units processed just by playing single player. I was farming in both areas of operations, Afghanistan and Africa. So, you know, earning 10,000 units of precious metal is possible when you just play single player. It just takes a lot of time, and I was able to do that the other day. So
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
I mean, I got most of my unprocessed precious metal not through farming Skullface or Hellbound or the War Economy, but by doing FOBs. So, and of course with automatic mining, you get some added in on the back end. I mean, there was one point a couple weeks ago where I was doing base development platforms all the time, hunting for precious metal containers, and that worked for me. But it got to be real troublesome, and I stopped once I hit the 1 million mark. So, because it was recommended to me to get to 1 million before I started doing the truck ride. So I went from 800K to 1 million in a couple of weeks. And I was hitting bases that had, you know, no, oh man.
Infiltration failed.
Garbage.
Try a little harder
Garbage.
next time.
Garbage. So where did you come from? Okay. Dirty base. Okay. So security on the back end, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You just have to tread carefully on the last platform.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Be careful down there, boss.
All units, special alert. Defend your position. Out.
This is the same R&D layout that Bound Dragons uses. I didn't know that for a long time until I was running this platform one day. I'm like, this looks familiar to me. And it's the same one from Bound Dragons. So that was kind of nice to learn that it's an actual, you know, base layout. Yeah, I've tried other stuff, and I couldn't get it to work. So truck rides are where I'm at for now. I'll give it another shot, probably tonight, and see what I can dig up for that. Camera, 4 mines. Where are you?
You there! All units, special alert. Defend your position. Out.
I mean, it would be amazing to find out that the only reason it didn't work for me was because my camera angle was wrong. It's kind of funny when you think about it. But I'll observe and report tomorrow what I can pull out from that. I'll follow your advice, John. Oh, yeah, that's where you are. I don't want that.
All units, special alert. Defend your position. Out.
Hot stuff.
Infiltration successful.
Sure. I'd appreciate that. Thank you. Now, of course, for maxing out your plants offline, you can do it 2 ways. Using Mission 3, The Hero's Way. There's a Haoma plant out in the desert. You can use the botanist skill, a soldier with the botanist skill. Go out there, collect, hit a checkpoint, restart. And in Mission 15, I think it is, Footprints of Phantoms, you can use the same botanist and pick the Digitalis lutea at over on the other side of the rocks. So, and then hit a checkpoint and then your restart. I mean, if you're honestly, if you're scratching for plants to max out, I don't really see the point of that. I mean, at one point I had full, I think it was Golden Crescent and Purpurea. So I don't know, you know. You've already got all your walker gears and your fighting vehicles all saved, right? You've done all that? Because I'm still doing that. Phantom Command. That's a cool name they have. I've been on this guy's base before. I'm still in the process of earning my tanks and walker gears, and I have different strategies, different mechanisms for farming those. It just takes a lot of time. I could use the USB method, but I don't want to do that.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
Skullface, Hellbound.
Be careful down there, boss. All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out. You there!
Oh shit, I didn't even see him there. Got lucky.
All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out.
Of course, what I do for Blood Runs Deep is, with Raiden, I will literally run around the entire map, stealing everything in sight. And then once I hit the mine to go get the kids, I abort. And the constant motion keeps my base development unit processing that process pretty deeply. That's how I was able to earn 10,000 one day. Just by, I kept playing all day, and it worked. So, but I was doing a little bit of everything. I have a routine where I'll do mission 17, rescue the intel agents, mission 15, and then mission 27. And the route that I take for that will give me 8 jeeps, 2 trucks, and 4 walker gears per cycle. And it keeps the base development unit processing, because the way the mission crates that spawn when you select the mission from free roam, the way those crates spawn, you can literally walk your way through part of the central part of Africa and keep that 10-minute window going. It's very handy. Yes, I do that as well. I've done that. What I would do, when I was doing the metal thing, what I was doing was.
CP, this is Delta 4. I'm seeing smoke. There may be enemies in the area.
Yes. There you go.
Infiltration successful.
Tighten security and stay alert.
Yeah, I would send my combat staff through that routine. And I would give them a medal, or in some cases a second medal, and 3 intel staff would get a medal. I didn't collect vehicles at the time because I wasn't interested in PF rating at the time. So, you know, it was easy, and it was I would say almost painless to earn my S++ staff a second medal, because I already ran them through Mission 22 to give them service crosses. So okay, let's see. Just in case. And D-Dog. Always D-Dog. Yeah, there were several instances where I would swap staff back and forth. Now, I would use Mission 22 to swap staff in and out of R&D, and it took a while. It takes 84 replays to medal 500 soldiers. And almost all of my S++ have at least one medal.
By the PF in that area, the CFA.
So there's
Your job is to
3,000.
rescue them. They don't have long to live. It appears that one of our 2 men has
So
broken
there's,
out
you
of the
know,
encampment
a lot of
and is
Mission
on the run.
22s.
He contacted us to say he was surrounded. That's the last we heard from him. Your map is marked with a predicted field of movement based on where his transmissions cut off. The other man is still captive inside the encampment. Boss, rescue our men. Extract them both and get them back to Mother Base.
Let's start farming. Thanks.
Be careful down there, boss.
So you get two Jeeps and a truck. Of course, since we're farming, I don't need to worry about an S rank. Oops! I used the wrong one. That's gonna be expensive.
Ik wil niet, prik niet.
Nah, I'm being silly. Where are you? Where are you going?
Hands up.
Okay, Mr. Truckman. Whoa! Run. Now for my metal routine, I would use a staff member with the tiger stripe camo and
Our staff member on the run last contacted us from that forest. The enemy PF
I would
already
use
has
actually
troops
use
spread out in a
D-Horse.
manhunt to find him. Keep your eyes open. Extract our man before their search team can find him. Check his location on your iDroid.
Stun shotgun, grade 5 Nocticyanid.
Gazeba camp.
Sometimes I'd carry the Serval to blow out the power box, because I prefer to do it at night.
Gazeba camp, an enemy outpost. It's got good visibility and not many places to hide. Use the landscape wherever possible. Boss, our man you extracted gave us all the intel he could. Now we know exactly where our other agent is being held captive. And he brought back intel on the CFA. Guy deserves a raise. Check it on your iDroid.
Since I messed up by taking the wrong weapon.
Is that him?
Of course it is.
That's him. That's the target. He's injured. Looks half-starved, too. There's no way he can stand the shock of a Fulton extraction. Get him out by chopper.
Now I'm going to run across the African savannah. How about that? So the direction I'm running is close to where the info crate will spawn for footprints of phantoms.
Poor bastards.
Obviously it's easier with the D-Horse. I've done it with D-Walker, but it's just not as smooth. D-Walker can be kind of funny sometimes. So you get a medal, and you get a medal.
Confirmed extraction of both targets. Boss, on behalf of all the Diamond Dogs, thank you. Nice work. Keep it up.
So two Jeeps and a truck. Get 4 Walker gears.
All right. Boss. Maybe you're right.
And 1 truck. And then on root cause, you get two Jeeps and a truck. And another medal. Mission list. Footprints. How are you? Good to see you. Again, I prefer to do these missions at night, but the nighttime doesn't look good on stream. So I'm doing it during the daytime.
Contract comes from the People's Movement for the Liberation of Angola, also known as the MPLA. The PF at Ditadi Abandoned Village has been supplied with walker gears. Your job is to eliminate them all. Destroy them, extract them, whatever you see fit.
So my route takes me through Africa in one unbroken line. So I'm doing 3 missions in a row, which 3 S ranks will give your soldier a medal, the Distinguished Service Medal. 2 of those will give, 2 of those missions are prisoner rescue, so your intel staff member will get a service cross, and you're getting vehicles too. Have a seat. Yes. And my loadout is different. I'm just doing this one as a demonstration. I have a mask on. Take a break. Now this thing has got a hell in a handbasket. What am I doing? Really? I'm gonna die! I'm gonna die!
Snake, are you okay?
Oh, that's funny. Okay. But yeah, normally that is easier with my normal loadout. Which is the stun shotgun and the stun pistol. So, but like I said, the key part of that cycle is the unbroken line between missions, and along with giving your staff member a medal, you're keeping your base development unit busy at the same time. So. So back to oh, it's not too bad. I can recover that on a yes, stun grenades are the best against some of these PF soldiers in single player. Because when you use gas,
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss.
when you use gas, they put gas masks on. When you use a shotgun, they go with the body armor.
Be careful down there, boss.
Okay. Okay. Breathe deeper. Play catch up.
Got it.
CP, this is Zulu 4. Threat in the area. We're tightening security. Over. This is CP. Understood. Don't let your guard down. Out. All units. Special alert. Defend your positions.
It's a female up there.
CP, this is Zulu 7. Found the guy knocked out here.
I should go up there and get her, huh?
This is CP. Understood. They could be an enemy attack. All units, stay alert. Out. All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out.
Shit. Gotta be careful.
CP, this is Zulu 2. Under fire. Suppressed weapon. No shots heard. Over. This is CP. Understood. All units on alert. The enemy's hiding somewhere. Find them. Out. All units. Special alert. Defend your positions. Out. CP, this is Delta 9. Threat detected. Going on alert. Over. This is CP. Understood. Watch for anything suspicious. Out.
Infiltration successful.
Not too bad. Started late and still got it done. And a volunteer. That's a plus 29,990. Do the best I can. No skill. Thank you. I'll follow those instructions. Appreciate that very much. Every little thing counts. But again, as I mentioned before, I wasn't into PF skills or any of that stuff for a long time. And farming vehicles in different ways
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB. You can
has
capture
added
staff from them.
a new
I'll be looking forward
dimension
to meeting
to
the new
the
recruits,
gameplay.
boss.
Using my metal cycle as a farming routine, for example.
Be careful down there, boss.
I mean, I'm sure other people have done this, but I figured out my own routine for Mission 9, back up, back down, doing the whole thing on foot instead of using D-Horse or D-Walker or Fulton Ballista. So, I've tried different things and see what works and see what doesn't, and it's added a new portion of pleasure, I guess you could say, enjoyment to playing through. Instead of just doing bases all the time and everything else. Just, branching out into other portions of the game. You're blind as a bat, buddy. I'm right by you. Well, I'm ahead of you on that, John. I've developed everything so far, including the DLC suits and all that. I think the last thing I developed was the last item that came out was the grade 10 wormhole. I didn't take very long at all.
Infiltration failed. Are you hurt? Try a little harder next time.
Just walk right into it. See if I can ghost the whole base. Yeah, I have another account as well. I've only built one FOB, and it's actually kind of liberating in the sense that I'm still playing the same way that I normally do. I don't do high-level bases and all that. But it's focused mainly on accruing volunteers.
Successfully
You know,
sneak your way into the heart of the rival
I don't have a
and you can capture
objective
staff
for
from
this
them.
thing. You know,
I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits,
it's already in the
boss.
top 400 in espionage score, and being able to play on a different account where people don't really know it's you. So I've seen some high-level people. They don't know it's me. So I've ghosted a couple of bases, and it's kind of funny to do that. Yeah, I agree. It was a lot of fun figuring out, reliving the experience almost 2 years in the making. You know, 2 years before I had did on the PS3. When I got my PlayStation 4 in December of 2015, I did it again, but I basically raced right through. I didn't. I'm not gonna say I didn't say enjoy it, but I had already seen it once, so I wasn't, you know, full of surprises and all that. Just the graphical quality was so much better. But starting over put a whole different spin on things because I didn't have my tools that I normally use. You know, shotgun, riot pistol. I didn't have any of that, so I had to build myself up to that point. And when I went without, I had to figure out how to get through. Since I had developed my no traces playstyle, I was able to apply that and get through bases without shooting anybody. So my highest unit is 97. That's the combat and R&D. I've got 1,000 victories on it. And I play it for the events, because I don't play events on this account anymore. I'm full of staff and I don't need anything else. So events are a non-starter for me. So the alternate gets a lot of the event action. I've developed the riot pistol at grade 7, the stun shotgun at grade 7. I carry the same loadout there as I do here, and I use the same playstyle. The only major difference is I have only 1 million heroism points or thereabouts, and on this account I have 11 million. So the quality of my volunteers is different. I have, for example, I have
Infiltration successful.
3 different females, with one with a tough guy, one with the climber, and one with the quick reload skill, that have 1.5 staff bonus rating when I volunteer. So I can't get that on this account. My heroism is too large. So finding females that have that kind of skill set and low combat rating is impossible for me. I've been fortunate enough to find low rank females that are boasters, and I use those to, you know, the girls you're seeing now. I mean, I would love to have, say, a A-rated athlete, for example, and I can't find one of those because, you know, my heroism is too large. So being able to play on my alternate account, it's a lot of fun. It's very liberating. Numero uno. I was on his base yesterday. He whipped my ass last night after I logged off. I did a defense right after I logged off. I was tired. He beat the tar out of me. It was ugly. Got a mine in the core. Or at least I think he does. That 13 on the last platform is a giveaway. I think he has a mine in the core, but we'll see. You read the numbers, and I know when I did the alternate, and when mission 21 opened up, I knew that when I started it, I would get the notice. And I had only done, I think, 3 platforms, 2 or 3 platforms for R&D. So I didn't finish it. I hadn't expanded it all the way. And I landed, got up to a mosquito, and I actually extracted him. So when he landed in my rig, he came out and I saved him. So I have mosquito in my unit, and I used him on Mosquito's Legacy the last time that event came out. It was pretty funny to use him as your staff member. So I mean, starting over from scratch and Fultoning 1,000 people, and I didn't get all the animals. But I've done just about everything else. So I replayed knowing a lot more about the game and having S-ranked everything beforehand. I knew what it would take and all that, so.
All fire teams, this is CP.
Security cams picked up a man in trouble. Nearest unit, go investigate.
And that yellow light is a dead telltale. If I were to go through that without popping that smoke grenade, I would have gotten caught. I learned that the hard way.
All units, special alert. Defend your positions. Out. CP, this is Delta 4.
So we'll see. It's got one camera, one mine. I think the mine's in the core, but
Understood. Tighten security and stay alert. Out.
we'll see. God damn it, really? Be quiet.
CP, this Delta 6. Arrived at State. Beginning check. Over. CP, understood. Watch for anything suspicious. Out.
All fire teams, this is CP.
Security cams picked up a man in trouble. Here's the
See.
Go investigate. All units, special alert. Defend your position. Out.
I had the book guide. I misplaced it. I don't know where it is. It has all the info in there. Yeah, I dressed up for Mission 21 in my FOB loadout. I knew what was coming. No. Breathe deeply. Alright, let's see if it's true. No, I was wrong.
Infiltration successful.
I was wrong. That's what you need to do. And you can replay it any number of times to make sure you get the rank you need. Doesn't matter how many times you replay it, as long as you get an S rank at the end. I mean, you can actually, from the starting point, you can rush to where Miller is, pull him out, change the landing site to somewhere else to avoid the skulls, and go to the helicopter and you'll get an S rank. You don't need to go to the village and get the intel file and wander around the countryside looking for other stuff. It's not necessary. Thank you. You're done. Well, okay, since you're replaying it, you don't have to use the landing zone that Pequod sets for you, or Ahab. Pequod sets for you. No. Okay. Go with. Old school. No back button. None of that, because you don't have anything like that. Because you start with literally nothing. Okay, and that's it, right? else? Okay, John. Thank you, sir. Now, okay, Sergio, remember to destroy the anti-air radar section, the rotating thing on any playthrough. Make sure you destroy that. That way you get new landing zones. That's the big key, is that if you destroy that anti-air radar, your landing zones change. And when you replay, you can
Being held in Darwin. You can't have much left in him.
you can change the landing zone as soon as you get Miller out to avoid the skulls completely. And I'm going to do that here. I love this mission. It gets you right into it. I mean, just early on, it's just you and your horse, and grade 1 weapons, and no big deal. Of course, I have the benefit of playing this game for a million hours, so I know what I'm doing. Or I know where to go anyways. I don't always know what I'm doing. So I don't need the intel file, and I'm gonna skip all that. And I'm just doing this for the S rank and not the mission tasks. I'm John Cena. You don't see me. There's still things I'm learning 2 years into this game. So don't feel bad if you can't get it right on the first try. Not everybody is gonna do that.
You've reached one day. Miller is being held somewhere in that town. We don't know exactly where he is. You can keep gathering intel or make an entry into the town now.
I got gas masks. Now, of course, when you go get the intel file, by the time you get here, it'll be the time change will have occurred. It'll be early evening. So that's a major difference here in that I'm doing this mission in broad daylight. I don't have the benefit of darkness to help me. But speed is of the essence in getting an S rank.
Secure the target. I'll send the chopper to get you out. Make your way to the RV. You can check the location on your iDroid.
Sorry, buddy. I had to put you away for a moment.
Well, age hasn't slowed you down one bit. So heavy anymore, right?
This is Pequot.
Okay, so your landing zone is here by default. When you've destroyed the anti-air radar, you can change it. So you can do that in free roam before the mission starts. That's an option.
This is Pequot. Have arrived at LZ. We'll stand by.
For all time's sake. Kept you waiting, huh? It's really you, Snake. All these years without you. I knew this day would come.
I need some diamonds.
That's a rough diamond. Good find. It'll fetch a high price. All right. Put Miller in. This is Pequot. There's an obstruction at the elevator preventing me from landing. Request immediate removal.
Yeah.
Gaining altitude. Departing.
Just like that. One bullet fired. If I didn't have to shoot that guy, I probably maybe could have made it without shooting him. I didn't want to take the chance because you wanted an S rank, so you got an S rank. I would have gotten the no traces bonus as well, but it's not necessary. So that's basically how you can S rank that mission. And again, the key to doing that is to destroy the anti-air radar before the mission starts, since you're replaying it trying to get an S rank. He gets dismissed. So, you have any questions, Sergio? Is there anything else you need to know for that? Okay, I got one more mission, then I'm done for today. Okay. Oh wow, I messed up my loadout. Always smoke grenades. Smoke grenades. Oh, not that one.
Successfully sneak your way into the heart of the rival PF's FOB, and you can capture staff from them. I'll be looking forward to meeting the new recruits, boss. Be careful down there, boss.
Oh, really? It's ridiculous. Come on, man.
Infiltration failed. Are you hurt?
Okay,
Try a little
that'll be
harder
it for
next time.
today. Should be on tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. So, as always, thank you for watching, and I appreciate you guys very, very much. I will hopefully see you all tomorrow. Have a good one.